Hi, I'm Scott Campbell. Welcome to my window painting tutorials. Hey everybody, in this video it's going to be a little bit different. I basically just want to talk about some things and sort of about my past and how I got started with window painting and why I love it so much, and I think people should do what they love, but it's not like you can automatically just start doing what you love, you know, fresh out of school. I know some people that have art degrees and they work at the paint store or whatever. It just takes time. But in the beginning, I had like all kinds of jobs, and I started my family when I was really young, so I had to support my family. So I did what it took, but what I did was at night I would always study art and read about art. I was just obsessed with it. I've always been an artist since I could remember. I started drawing when I was probably 3, and I remember my first grade teacher saying, "Wow, you're really good," and I was getting praise at a young age, and I remember the other kids saying, "How do you do that?" And so I've always get a lot of attention for being an artist, but I've always just had that in me, that creativity. Having said that, you still have to learn the medium. It's like it took me years to learn window painting, and the first window I painted wasn't so good, but I've painted over 70,000 windows and probably maybe 8,000 or 9,000 businesses, and it just takes time. It took me about 6 to 8 months to learn how to letter, somewhat, so it looked okay. It wasn't great, but it looked okay. So certain things don't take that long, and it's just all about practice. I think I'm going to make a video about lettering. Another one is because I was at the Miller paint store and I saw these rolls of paper that they used to lay out, like on the ground for the painters, the house painters. And they had this one roll of a little bit thicker stuff. So I'm thinking of getting that and doing a video, just, put it on the side of my house and just lettering with the black cell vinyl paint and trying it out and stuff. And so that's something to look forward to. But anyway, so when I started by, one of my first jobs was working at a newspaper office in Fallon, Nevada, and I was 21 years old, and I would develop negatives and worked in a dark room because I was kind of interested in photography too. And then I helped do the printing and stuff and on their big press and printed the newspapers. And then later on I started my own business. I started a one-ad paper, but I still always did art, and I started painting windows that year. And I really liked painting windows, but I wasn't really that great at it at first, but I really enjoyed it. And then as time went by, I kept doing Christmas windows every year and got better and better. And fast forward, I moved to Portland, Oregon 10 years later, and I had a job doing graphic arts, and I got laid off along with some other people, and this was in 1986. I had only worked there for a couple months. But after that, I never went back to working. I just started painting windows, and I really struggled. In the beginning, I did anything to make money. I painted posters, I did show cards. This was kind of just barely at the beginning of computer, and the digital sign stuff hadn't hit yet. So people are still doing a lot of paper signs and all kinds of stuff. And so I did banners, paper banners, and all kinds of hand-lettered stuff. And like I said, I'd do anything for money because it was supporting my family, and I had left my job. And that took me a while. It took me a couple of years to really get going. It was difficult. But then it just got better and better, and I got better and better, and I kept practicing at night. And I did other things too. I became a fine artist, did gallery shows later and murals, and I painted carnival rides. But I always came back to the windows because painting windows for me is the perfect art form. It gives me freedom, and I've developed a clientele that just kind of allow me what to do. Just last week I turned down a job. They wanted more like specific things. Actually, I turned down a couple jobs because I can pick and choose now because I've developed that a skill, and I just do what I want. But it's something to work towards, doing what you love. I mean, you can paint windows too, even if you don't love it, and you just want to make some extra money on the side, and your real dream is to be a fine artist and be in galleries, or you want to be a cartoonist, or whatever it is you want to be, commercially artist, commercial artist wise. So, but for me, window painting, I always came back to it because I just love it. I don't really do murals anymore. I have that one I do in Santa Ana at the Science Center, and I rarely do murals. I love doing the chroma-depth, the blacklight murals for haunted houses, but for the most part, it's all about windows. Tomorrow I'm going to Mike's Drive-In. I'll probably make a video about that. I've been working for them. It's one of my oldest clients. I've been painting for them for 28 years. Same guy, same place. And but I always get excited about it, the jobs, and sometimes I get jobs I don't care for, and I just do them because the money's good. I mean, someone's going to pay me $500 for 2 or 3 hours to paint big letters on a car dealer. I'll just knock it out, and it's fun. And the rest of the day I can go do what I want, or But anyway, so yeah, this video is pretty much about just my background a little and how I got into it, and doing what you love, and because I really love window painting, and I love sharing now. I love doing the tutorials, and because I'm going to be 60 this year, and I hope to be painting windows for another 10, 20 years even. It's just, even if I, when I start collecting Social Security, I may cut back on the windows and even do less. I'm actually thinking about cutting back a little on the windows and just doing the ones I really, really like or really, really enjoy. But anyway, in the meantime, I'll keep making these videos if you keep watching. And I hope you enjoyed this. This one isn't typical like the other stuff, but it's more informational. And anyway, you have a great day and keep painting. Oh, the other thing I wanted to say was I really, really appreciate everybody watching these videos, and all the new subscribers and all the comments and everything. And it's just really exciting for me to be able to share this with you guys. Thanks so much. I just got home from work, and look at my nose. I look like a chimney sweep or something. Chim chimmery, chim chimmery, chim chim cherry. Dick Van Dyke, Mary Poppins. You need your chimney cleaned, do ya?